So, Namaste everyone, this is Santosh Sabat. Welcome to my channel Sabat Academy. Today what we will see is, we will see the very first exercise of the chapter trigonometric functions. Okay. So basically there are two units of measuring angle. So one is radian, another is degree. So the relation between the radian and degree, as we have seen in the previous lecture, is what? Pi radian is equals to 180 degree. Fine. So from this what we get is, we get the relation between the radian and degree. So when I need 1 radian, what I can do is simply I can divide by pi. This expression I can divide by pi. So what I will get is 1 radian is this much degree. That means when I need x radian, when I need x radian, what I should do is simply x radian is equals to 180 x by pi degree. Fine. Similarly, so that means any x radian I can convert it into degree. Similarly, when I need 1 degree, so 1 degree will be how much? I have to simply divide by 180. So what I will get is pi by 180 radian. Okay. So that x degree is how much? Simply I have to multiply by x. So pi x by 180 radian. Right. So this is the relation between degree and radian. So these two relations we will use to convert radian into degrees or degree into radian. Okay. So this one, if we have been given some radian and we want in degree, we have to simply put in this expression. And if we have been given something in degree and we want something in radian, so we have to simply put in this expression. So yeah, so we will see the very first sum of your first exercise 3.1. So we have been given in degree and we want radian measures of this degree, right? So we have been given x degree, so we can put in that expression. What we will get is, so therefore 25 degree, what I can do is equals to pi into 25 divided by 180 radian, right? So what I will get is 5 pi by 36 radian. Our next is minus 47 degree 30 minutes. Fine. So I think you may be knowing, so if you have 1 degree, that corresponds to 60 minutes, and if you have 1 minute, that corresponds to 60 seconds, right? So you have been given minus 47 degree 30 minutes. So minus is basically the anti-clockwise measure. So we don't need to convert it. So we need to only see the degree and the minutes. So like if we have been given in degree and we need in radian, so this is the formula we have. So what we can do is, we can simply put there. Yeah. So but this is in degree and minutes. So we need to deal them separately, or we can convert this minute into degree. What we can do is, like, we can convert this minute into degree. So see, if I consider only 47, so how much is 47 degree? 47 degree will be 47 pi by 180 radian, right? And how much is 30 minutes? 30 minute is basically half degree. 30 minute is half degree. So we know x degree is this. So we can simply find, so 30 minute, which is equals to half degree, we can put here half. So what we will get is pi into half upon 180. So this comes out to be pi by 360, right? So we need 47 degree 30 minutes. So basically what we need is addition of this degree and this much minute. So 47 degree is this much. So 47 pi by 180 plus pi by 360. So we can make this 360. So this above will be like 94 pi divided by 360 plus pi by 360. So this will give us 95 pi by 360. So that gives, so if we divide it by 5, so this is 19 pi, and this corresponds to, so 7 and then 2. So 19 pi by 72. 35, yeah, 7. It's 19 pi by 7. So this is how we convert from a given degree measure. Angle of measure is, we have in two types, degree and radian. So if we have been given in degree, this is how we convert from degree to radian. Yeah. So this is your second sum. So what they have done in the second sum is, they have given the angle in terms of radian. See here, there is no degree sign. So if there is no sign, that means it is in radian. Okay. So they have given in terms of radian, and we need to find in terms of their degrees. So we know if we have been given in radian and we need to find values in degree. So x radian is this much degree. So you have to simply put in this expression. So we have been given 11 by 16. So therefore 11 by 16 is equals to 180 into 11 by 16 divided by pi. This much degrees, right? So if you simplify this, what you will get is, so you can put the value of pi, which is 22 by 7. So 7 will go up into 11 divided by into 16, 39.375. 39.375. So if you simplify this, now this is in degree, right? This is in degree. So 11 by 16 radian is this much degree. But now there is, the degree is in decimal. So we have the relation, like in the last example also we saw. So if we have 1 degree, so we can write that as 60 minutes. And if we have 1 minute, we can write that as 60 seconds. So what we do is, we express this decimal part in terms of minutes and seconds. So we'll see. So we have 0.375 degree. So what I can do is, so I have 1 degree is 60 minutes. So 0.375 degree will be how much? So it will be 0.375 into 60 minutes, right? So if you multiply this, what you will get is 0.375 into 60. You will get it as 22.5 minutes, right? So you have got 0.375 degree in terms of minutes, but there is again a decimal here. So what we will do is, so we will convert that 0.5 minutes into seconds. So we know if we have 1 minute, we can convert it into 60 seconds. So 0.5 minutes will be how much? It will be 0.5 into 60 seconds, right? So that will be 30 seconds. So what we get is, so 39.375 degree, I can write it as how much? So it will be 39 degree, and 0.375 degree can be written as 22 minutes, and 0.5 minutes can be written as 30 seconds. So this is how we convert from radian to degree. And in degree, if we get in terms of decimal points, what we should do is, we should try to express that in terms of minutes and seconds. So here we have, in the second case, second question, second part, we have minus 4 radian. Simply, we know we have to just put in this expression x radian. So this will be minus, this is equals to minus 180 into 4 divided by pi. So we know pi is what? 22 by 7. So 7 will go up. So if you simplify this, what you will get it as 229.091 degree, right? So we have something in decimal part. So what we can do is, we can simplify that decimal part. So we can convert that into minute. So 0.091. So 0.091 into 60. So that will give us in minutes. So if you simplify, so that gives us to be 5.46. That comes out to be 5.46 minutes. And if you simplify this decimal 0.46 minutes, what we will get is 0.46 into 60 seconds, right? So minutes to seconds. So this comes out to be 46. So 27, this comes out to be 27.6 seconds. So we can skip the decimal part of the second. So what we get is, therefore minus 4 radian is this much degree, 229 degree minute is 5 minutes, second is 27 seconds, right? So that is what we get from radian to degree. Now the third is very simple. Okay. So we have been given 5 pi by 3. So we have to simply put in this expression. This is in radian. We want to convert it into degree. So it's very simple. So therefore 5 pi by 3 radian is equals to 180 divided by pi into x. So our x is 5 pi by 3. So pi and pi get cancelled. So this comes out to be 3 ones are 360s are 60 into 5. This comes out to be 300 degree, as this entire thing is in degree. So this is 300 degree, right? So that is how we convert for a given measure, angle measure, in radian to degree, and then minutes, and then seconds. So this is your third sum, okay, in exercise 3.1. So the question is, a wheel makes 360 revolutions in a minute. That means in a minute it is revolving 360 times. So how many radian does it turn in 1 second? So they want to know how much angle, how much angle in radian does it turn in 1 second. So that means what we should do is, first we should calculate how much revolutions it makes in a second. So if in a minute it makes 360 revolutions, so what we can do is, so in 1 minute it makes 360 revolutions, right? So in 1 second, how many revolutions? Obviously we will divide by 60. So 360 divided by 60, that will give us 6 ones are 6 6, right? So 6 revolution in 1 second. So that means in 1 second it makes 6 revolution. Now we know for one revolution, how much is the angle, or in radian, how much is the angle measured in radian if we make one revolution. So suppose this is our starting point A, and then we go like this, and then we come back again to A, right? So how much is the angle covered? So angle covered is basically 2 pi, right? So in one revolution what we do is we cover an angle of 2 pi. So in 1 second we are making 6 revolutions. So therefore in 1 second we will have 6 into, in one revolution how much we are covering? 2 pi radian. So it will have 2 pi. So this will be 12 pi radian. In one revolution it is 2 pi. So in 6 revolution it is 12 pi, right? So now we'll see the fourth one. So in fourth one what they have asked is, find the degree measure. So that means the angle required is in degree of the angle subtended at the center of a circle. So that means if there is a circle, okay, so there is an arc. So if this radius is suppose 100, okay, 100 centimeter, and arc of length 22. Suppose if this is somewhere around 22, so 22 centimeter. So if this is 100, okay, so this is 100, radius is 100, arc length, that means this length, okay. So what is arc length? So this is the arc length, right? So this arc length is 22, they are saying, and radius is 100 centimeter. So how much angle this length of arc subtend at the center? Like suppose if I say theta, so they have asked theta, and that too in degree. So how will we find? It's very simple, right? So in basic school you must have studied, like in this case we know angle will be what? Angle will be length of arc upon radius, right? So theta is basically length of arc is 22 upon radius, which is 100. So this is theta in radian. Now if we want, what we will do is, so as we have got it in radian, we know how to convert from radian to degree. So we'll apply that logic. 180 by pi into 22 by 100. So this answer will be in degree. So we know pi is what? 22 by 7. So 7 will go up. So 22 gone. 0 is gone. So this will be 18 into 7 divided by 10. So this will be 1.8 into 7. So if you multiply, you will get 18 into 7, 1, 2, 6. So this will be 12.6. This will be 12.6. So that means our theta is 12.6 degree. So we know it is what? 12 degree. 0.6 degree is how much? So if you have 0.6 degree, so we know what we do is 0.6 into 60 minutes. So that will give us 16 to 0.6, 36 minutes, right? So 12 degree, 36 minutes. So this is our theta in degree. Okay. So this is your question number 5. What they have given is, so there is a circle of diameter 40 centimeter, right? So the circle is of diameter 40 centimeter. So if we draw, so this is a circle, right? So the diameter is of 40 centimeter. Obviously then radius becomes 20, right? Yeah. So the length of the chord is 20 centimeter. So if I draw a chord, suppose if this is the chord, this is 20 centimeter. This is also 20, and if I draw a radius connecting to this chord, connect to the end point of this chord, so what I will get is, I will get, so this chord is of 20 centimeter, radius is obviously, diameter is 40 centimeter, and radius becomes 20 centimeter, right? So what I get is a equilateral triangle. So my theta becomes 60 degree, which is pi by 3 radian. Now what they have told is, find the length of the minor arc of the chord. So if this is the chord, so this has two arcs, this is minor arc, right, and this is the major arc. So minor arc length we have to find. So obviously we know if this is the center of the circle and this is the length of the arc and the angle theta, so we know the formula. Length of arc is what? Length of arc is angle subtended at the center into radius, right? So this becomes, so length of arc, our L will become what? So it will be angle, which is pi by 3 into radius. Radius is 20. So this becomes 20 pi by 3, right? So this is in radian. So length is this much. So if these all are in centimeter, we can write this in centimeter, right? Fine. Now we'll see the sixth one. So what they have given in the sixth one is, so there are two circles, right? So there are two circles. One is of say radius R1 and another is of say radius R2, right? Of same length subtended at the angle. So if I consider, so there is some arc length. So there is some arc length L, suppose. So that much arc length L subtends angle 60 degree here at the center. And if I take the same arc length here, okay, same arc length here, so that gives me suppose 75 degree here. So both the arc lengths are same. Okay, what they are saying is both the arc lengths are same. That means this length is same, right? So just now we saw length of arc is what? Angle into angle subtended at the center into radius. So from this what we will get is L equals to R1 into 60 degree, which is what? Pi by 3 in radian. And what we get L2 as what? R2, or yeah, so R2 into 75 degree. So if we convert 75 degree into radian, so we know, how to convert? So pi by 180 into 75. So what does this give is 5 15s are 5 36 are, right? So 15 pi by 36, and if I again divide by say 3, so this gives me 5 pi by 12, right? So this is 5 pi by 12. Now we know L1 is equals to L2, so therefore R1 into pi by 3 is equals to R2 into 5 pi by 12. So obviously pi gets cut, so therefore R1 upon R2, the ratio of the radii, what they have asked, so the ratio of the radii comes out to be 5 into 3 divided by 12. So this is 15, or like 3 1s are 3 4s are, so this is 5 by 4. So therefore R1 upon R2, the ratio of the radii with the same length subtending different angles comes out to be 5 by 4. Okay, so this is your question number 7. So in your question number 7, what they have given is find the angle in radian, through which a pendulum swings. So it's like, suppose a pendulum, if a pendulum is there, and if it is attached, so there is a pendulum, right? So this is the length of the pendulum. This is the length of pendulum. That has been given as to be 75 centimeter. Now this pendulum will swing. This pendulum will swing. Now the first case is if the length of the arc, if this length of the arc is 10 centimeter, and obviously the length of the pendulum remains same, which is 75 centimeter. So they are asking find the angle in radian, that means angle in radian unit, through which a pendulum swings. Pendulum length is 75 and the tip describes an arc. So if this is the tip, so if this tip describes an arc of length 10 centimeter. So that means, so from basic geometry we know length of arc is what? Angle subtended at the center, right? Theta into radius. So here the radius becomes 75. So don't confuse here the length of the pendulum with the length of the arc. Arc length is this, and the length of the pendulum is your radius here. So the radius here is 75 centimeter. Obviously 10, right? Length is 10. So therefore theta is what? 10 upon 75. So as this is in radian, so therefore theta is equals to 10 by 75. It comes out to be 5 2s are 5 15s are, right? So theta is 2 by 15 radian. So they have asked in radian, right? Yeah. Next is 15 centimeter. That means so arc of the length is 15 centimeter, right? So pendulum, so the length is 75 and the arc length is 15 now. So how much angle it is subtending at the center? Suppose if this is theta, so then we know from here theta will be what? Angle will be arc length, which is 15 upon radius, which is 75. So this comes out to be 15 by 75. So 5 3s are 5 15s are, or this comes out to be 1 by 5, right? Okay. Next, if the arc length is 21 centimeter, so that means, so now the pendulum has an arc length of 21 centimeter, and obviously the length of the pendulum is 75 only, right? So theta becomes here 21 upon 75. So this becomes 3 7s are 3 25s are. So in terms of in table of 3 we get theta to be 7 by 25. So it doesn't get simplified further. So this is what, so here one may get confused with the length of the pendulum as the length of the arc. No, length of the arc is they have given, and the length of the pendulum is basically the radius. So if you consider this as a bigger circle, so from your basic geometry, you know, length of the arc is what? Angle subtended at the center into radius, right?